Hi, my name is Matsuri and welcome back to my channel where I review, rant and discuss about shows or movies that I recently seen, and today's review is on Mahou Shoujo Madoka Magica or Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Damn, it's a long ass title. Now, when I first saw this anime, I wasn't actually really particularly interested in it because I thought it was one of those, magical girl animes like Sailor Moon, and, being the age that I am, I'm not really into those ones anymore until I think it was a Watch Mojo top 10 list, and it was actually one of the top 10 dark animes, and because of that it kind of piqued my interest, being like, oh, it's not one of those typical kind of animes. And so I gave it a watch, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't for me, to be honest. But for those who are thinking of seeing it or haven't seen it yet, here's a rundown of the story. Our main character is Madoka Kaname, a quiet but thoughtful girl, waking up to see the world destroyed, and we see a long-haired girl fighting a monster. Kyubey, a rabbit-like creature, talks to Madoka. Oi, human. What? Oh my god, you're so adorable! Can I pet you? Stop touching me! Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Look what you done to my fur. Anyway, do you see that girl over there? Oh, you mean that girl? Doesn't that make you want to help her? She seems fine. I mean, look at her. She's doing well. Oh, ooh. Yeah, she's not doing that great, is she? Okay, then what do you want me to do about it? I need you to sign a contract with me and become a magical girl. Then you can help her too. Wait, what did that say? Never mind what it said. You just listen to what I'm saying. You just have to sign a contract with me, and I'll grant you any wish you want. Anything. You name it. So you want me to sign a contract with you, and you'll grant me any wish? That's right. All you have to do is give me your soul. Sign a contract with me. You do know that sounds awfully suspicious, right? Are you the devil? The devil? Me? How rude. All I want is to sign a contract with you. Oh geez, I would love to, become a magic girl and everything, but I have so much studies. I just need to talk it over with my mom, because she's quite strict. You know how moms are. So I'm really sorry. I'll think about it though. I love your proposal, but let me just think about it, okay? Okay, bye. Wait, human, where are you going? Where are you going? Human, come back! She wakes up to find herself back in her room, and she starts the day like normal, having breakfast with her family and heading to school with her two friends, Sayaka Miki and Hitomi Shizuku. Once at school, Madoka finds that the long-haired girl in her dreams is in her class and introduces herself as Homura Akemi. Homura acts cold and standoffish to Madoka, but tells her to keep being herself and never change. After school, Madoka and Sayaka are going shopping when Madoka hears Kyubey calling for Madoka for help. Madoka rushes to Kyubey when it is revealed that the one attacking Kyubey is Homura, who has transformed into a magical girl. Before Homura is able to give the last blow, the surrounding changes into a cow-like collage world, which turns out to be the Witch's Labyrinth. Luckily, they are saved by another magical girl named Mami Tomoe, who happens to be an upperclassman of Madoka and Sayaka. Mami explains to Madoka and Sayaka that being a magical girl is not all fun and games, as there is a chance they may lose their life. Mami decides to take both the girls with her on a witch hunt so that they can decide whether or not they want to become a magical girl. Now knowing the world is full of witches, will Madoka end up becoming a magical girl and sign a contract with Kyubey? So I feel like in the first episode you can kind of see what the twist is in this anime. They already kind of show that Kyubey is evil because, you know, like saying you need to sign a contract with me and I'll grant you any wish just screams the devil to me. So it was kind of like, oh, alright, so he's probably evil. So there's a few twists in there that you can probably see coming, so nothing was a surprise for me when I was watching it. I can see why this anime was popular. I believe it was one of the animes that did start the trend of, you know, on the surface it's all cute and cuddly, but underneath it there's like, it's all dark and like gory, I guess, in some sense. And so it was kind of seen as like an edgy anime, and because it kind of deals with like depression and anxiety and, you know, the consequences of one's action, I guess I can see, you know, the appeal for some people. But unfortunately I didn't like this anime, probably because I found their problems a bit too childish for me. And I feel bad saying that their problems seem childish to me, but I think it's because they are in like middle school, so they're like, you know, either 13 or 15-year-old, I believe, in that range. It could be because, one, you know, my age, like being over 30, these problems seem kind of small, or it could just be my mental state. Like, I've been, you know, fortunate enough to have not dealt with this anxiety or depression. I just live my life being, you know, very positive, so maybe I just can't relate to their problems. Like, most of their problems, I feel like it could have been solved if they were communicating better or if they had a different mindset. Again, because it's meant to be a dark anime, they just keep tumbling down into this rabbit hole of depression. It could also be because I was expecting it to be, you know, an actual magical girl show. So like in Sailor Moon, like they just overcome their problems and, you know, become stronger with that, and that's how they defeat the monsters and whatnot. But like I said, they just keep tumbling into like their problems and anxiety, so I think I just got annoyed with that. That just made the anime not as enjoyable for me. And like I said, I feel bad because, you know, anxiety and depression is not, you know, something to be taken lightly, and I do understand that, but I think because this anime is, you know, fiction, I think I can just be, you know, clear to say I don't get their problems. Like, their problems seem like first world problems. If you actually deal with it, you know, and deal with anxiety and depression in real life, I will put links down in the description. You know, communication is always a key. Even if you don't feel like talking, just find someone that's able to just be there for you, even if you sit in silence, because sometimes that's the best thing. Like, just having a friend there, or doesn't have to be a friend, it could be a family member. Yes, don't take your problems lightly. This anime is just because it is fictional. I'm just saying it. I didn't like it. The one thing I didn't like about it is that the art style that they went with when they go into the witch's realm or the witch's world, I guess, where they go into this kind of like cartoonish, like childlike drawing with like crayons. So it kind of gave it like this uneasy feel, but at the same time it was really colorful and like energetic, whereas in the real world it's all like dark and structured. Again, probably a dark meaning behind it or hidden meaning behind it, but I just don't care enough to look it up. The other thing that I was kind of curious about, but again, don't really care to look it up, is in Madoka's parents' room, for some reason there's just single chairs in there. And they don't really say anything about it, which I find weird. What kind of house has like a billion chairs in one room? And again, probably a hidden meaning behind it, but I don't care enough to look it up. So, yeah. So, my favorite character. I didn't have one. I didn't like any of the characters, unfortunately. They all just seemed, because of their problems, they just all seemed whiny. Like Madoka, even though she's the main character, she's so indecisive, she's so whiny that it just, at times it just reminded me of Sarah Moon when at the start when she was really whiny, and that just really annoyed me. Like, at some points I was just like, just make a decision. If you want to sign the contract or not, I don't care, just do something. It's your show. Sayaka's problem, if she just communicated better, then she wouldn't have had a problem. Like, she needed to make sure what she wanted was what she wanted. And because she didn't choose what she wanted, it just made her go into this spiral depression. And I was just like, if that's the case, just forget it. You already made the deal, who cares? It's first world problems. Komura, she's just too obsessed with Madoka. And her problems, like, I understand, like that was one of the cogwheels for this anime to keep going. But it's just, she was just too obsessed. Mummy was one of the alright characters. She was just a bit too insecure. I mean, she was being, she was shown to be, a bit lonely. So it was, she was happy to have like Madoka and Sayaka tag along with her when she went out to fight the witches. But, her problem was that she was just insecure and lonely. And then there's Kyoko, who comes in later on in the series, but again, I don't really care too much for her, but she has this weird obsession with just eating a lot. Like, every single scene she's in, she's like eating something. And I thought it had to do something with her wish that she did to become a magical girl, but I don't think it does. I mean, maybe it does. Maybe there's a hidden meaning, but again, I don't care to find out. And Q-Bear is just probably evil, even though he's a cute and cuddly looking rabbit. Yeah, no favorites here. Should you watch it? If you're curious like me, you're welcome to give it a go. To be honest, I don't think it's something that you need to watch. Like I said, I think it's because I was expecting to see, an actual magical girl show, just like Sarah Moon, with a bit of a twist where these girls, come together with friendship, overcome their problems, and, fight darkness or whatever. But because it wasn't that, and it was just people, falling deeper and deeper into their depression and anxiety, I just didn't find the appeal like most people. Again, it could just be because of my mentality, but I unfortunately didn't enjoy this anime. But like always, please give me a comment. Have you seen it? Do you have a favorite character? But yes, subscribe for more reviews and rants coming soon. Give me a like if you can, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!